You know, the explosion at the end is so very fitting for what we have going on here on this Tuesday night. Who am I? Willie Epting Jr. What do I do? Well, I do a lot of things, but tonight I am going to have another explosive panel of goats from a female persuasion, from a lady's persuasion, as we continue to celebrate Women's History Month. Everybody that's on the panel has been here before, so you already know that they are already family. Thank you guys out there for checking us out. Well, you know what? We'll do that in just a second. Let's go ahead and bring the ladies in. We've got Patrice, we've got Tisha, we've got Brandy, and it is a show sandwiched in between two Brandys because we have the bare facts or the true facts in Brandy Fairfax, and we have Brandy Guyton. We're going to bring him in here in just a second. Before we do that, y'all know what time it is. Y'all already know what time it is. I'm tired of saying what time is it. What time is it? It's time to get it. Come on, let's go. Well, maybe not. I got this. I promise. I've only been doing this for a minute. Let's go get it. Here we go. Yes, indeed. You already know what time it is. Welcome to the third edition of the celebration of women's history. We're going to bring the ladies in here in just a second. I am, of course, your host, Willie Epting Jr. This is the Shakeback Media Group, and we are here to have a good time. We're going to make you laugh. We might make you cry. And we're going to encourage you all at the same time. Well, not at the same time, but in the same episode. So without further ado, let's go in and bring in the cast of characters. This woman here is the Chief Operating Officer of the Shakeback Media Group. She has 31 years of education under her belt, and she is retiring this year. She is the Chief Executive Officer of Studio 58. And the host of a podcast that's coming out real soon called Don't Jump. She is my air, my earth, my reason for living. I am talking about, and yes, even today, I'm talking about Patrice Epting. Hey.
Hello. How you doing? That was a great intro.
Well, you know,
You're working it.
I got to make up for some mistakes that were previously made during the day. So we won't get into that. We can save that for Don't Jump, the podcast that, of course, stars you in all your wonderful splendor. All right.
Hey, everybody.
Next to the stage is the star of A Show Divided that features herself and me, Tisha C., Kansas City Chiefs fan. We hate them, don't we, Brandy? Shake your head like this. We hate them. Oh, Brandy, she's both Brandys, as a matter of fact. We all hate the Chiefs. But
I don't.
But see, that's what I'm talking about right there. Stick by your man. Stick by your man. I'm gonna mute you right now, as a matter of fact. She is, of course, the one, the only Tisha C. Tisha, what's happening, sissy?
Hello. Thanks for the support. I like that. That was awesome.
Man, whatever. How much did you have to pay her? How much did you have to pay her in order for her to say that?
She's just incredibly smart. Clearly.
Yeah, she married me. Anyway, so let's go ahead and bring in the first Brandy. This is Brandy with a Y. Brandy Fairfax. She is making her mark in this media game, this media industry. She's been on the show a few times. She is a lover of the New Orleans Saints. They got my quarterback, Derek Carr. I'm actually gonna ask her about that sometime during the show. And she actually has her own couple of shows I'm gonna let her introduce here in just a second. the bare facts, the true facts, the naked truth. Brandy Fairfax, what's good?
Hi, everybody. How are you guys?
All right. And last but certainly not least, she is the co-star of Real Moms of the Shield, a show that she is a co-star with Jennifer Coney Shepherd, who cannot be with us on this episode. Her son, Jalen Guyton, is a professional football player, last with the Los Angeles Chargers, but he's going to make a strong shake back and land on his feet. She's also a terrific educator. And she's just an overall good woman. I tease her about her smile because if I had her life, I would smile like that all the time too. Here she is, Brandy Guyton. What's up? What's up, BG?
Hey, I'm good. I'm good. Hi, everybody. Happy to be here. Excited.
Yeah. Glad you guys, or glad you ladies could take some time out of your busy schedules. I know how incredibly busy you all are. So, y'all ready to get into this thing? Shake your head like this. It's always one that don't shake their head. Shake your head like this.
Let's do it.
Thank you. See? Thank you guys out there for checking it out on Facebook, through my personal Facebook page, through the Shakeback Media Group's Facebook page, and we even have another audience, the Big Game Christian Sports Network, their Facebook page, or shall I say our Facebook page, LinkedIn, YouTube, and of course, Twitter. We are steamrolling to 10,000 goats. When we get to 10,000, I can hear the bells ringing. I can hear the slots going crazy. And we are on to some great, great things. So make sure you guys go out there and like, subscribe, follow, smash the bell, get all new content so you are well informed of what we have going on here at the SBMG. All right, so it's showtime. Let's get into this, man. This is going to be the funnest part of the show, I think. Maybe not. We'll see. All right, so Patrice, we need a fun fact about you so we can either crack on you, laugh with you, cry with you, or whatever.
All right, great. Fun fact. I may appear to be boring, but my fun fact is I know how to twerk.
There we go.
Yes.
Did you almost choke?
Look, we almost had to end the show right then. You feel me? That was not expected. Let me see something real quick.
Moving on.
She says she knows how to twerk, so I got some money right here that I'm going to do. Okay.
Your money is my money. Anyway.
Yeah.
That. Oh my God. Okay, Tisha, save the day already. Save the day. Give us a fun fact.
I honestly don't know if I can follow that. I was going to say something silly about my cats. I have super bougie cats and I love them. And yeah, that's it. I got nothing on that. That was gold.
You telling me? Oh my gosh. Well, I'll add in a fun fact about Tisha. She has a cat named Kelsey, named after Travis Kelce. Of course, he's the tight end for the hated Kansas City Chiefs. I hate them. All right, Brandy Fairfax. Give us a fun fact about Brandy Fairfax.
All right. My fun fact is currently I'm a travel coach. I coach soccer, boys and girls, 7 to 10 years old.
Have you had any of those girls and boys on your show yet?
I have not. I should.
Yeah, you might want to explore that market.
Right. I'm sure they'd have a lot to say.
Mm-hmm. just don't let them say anything bad about their coach, okay? All right, Brandy G.
My fun fact is really boring, but there were only 10 in my graduating class in high school. I was number 2, so I didn't even graduate in the top 10%. I was salutatorian, but I still wasn't in the top 10% technically. If you count, there were 10 of us, and I was number 2. So
That's
There you go.
crazy. Did you say 10?
From a tiny, tiny, tiny town in Texas. Yes.
What school is that?
Gustine, Texas. Guarantee you've never heard of the town. Gustine.
Gustine, Texas.
Mhm.
Okay, I never heard of Gustine, and
Yeah.
I told somebody on a previous show. Actually, it was on the baseball show, the hashtag Brothers of Baseball show. You can hear that on the 12s and 6s, 1s and 7s, Monday through Friday on the Big Game Christian Sports Network, starring your boy, me. Um, I had a guest by the name of Melissa Monto, and she was telling me she's a Red Sox fan. She was telling me that, well, their official hashtag is hashtag Dirty Water, and she was telling me where that came from. So I told her my goal is to learn something new every single day, no matter how useless it may be.
Right.
And I've learned two things in this show that just kind of just blown me away. One of them involves a
Your
twerking
wife.
thing. And I better not even go any further than that. And then of course Brandy is from Go for the Gusto, Gustine, Texas. Okay,
Gustine, baby.
that's right. What's the mascot out there?
Gustine Tigers. The population is about 350. There's probably only about I would guess maybe 75 kids K-12. When I was there were about 150 K-12, but there's a whole school and one blinking light town, and I'm from the country.
Can y'all imagine their high school reunions, man?
I can relate to
I mean,
that.
I'm actually in the Hall of Fame as well at my little bitty school because our basketball team made it the farthest in the state playoffs. We made it to the state semifinal playoffs, and nobody else has. And so my name is actually hanging in the gym, and it's a funny fact. We'll put it like that because it's not anything like. I mean, my family tells me I should be proud of it, and I guess I should, like I am, but it's kind of funny too. So,
well, I can tell you this: you are the second Hall of Famer that has been on either one of my shows. So that's a fun fact for the Shakeback Media Group, I guess.
Nice.
The first one was Bridget Baby Doll Riley, and she's in the Hall of Fame for kickboxing and women's boxing for that matter. So, all right, ladies, let's get this thing going. Got a lot to get into, and I'm not saying we're going to get to all of the questions, but we'll see. So let's start with Twerking Epteen.
That's my middle name.
What is one thing in your life that you're most proud of? And please don't say twerking.
Okay. One thing I want to say, the one thing I'm most proud of is my mother. So I'm very proud of my mother. She's from a small town, country town. And when she was a little girl, she said that she had to pick cotton. And after picking cotton, she said, I cannot continue to do this. I have to make something of myself. And she set out to do that, and she did. And she instilled in us a lot of pride and a lot of education. And all of her kids, she only had a high school 12th grade education, but all of her kids graduated and all have become somewhat successful, but we got that through her. And so I'm most proud of my mom.
It's amazing.
Mama Mary in the building. She was her name made an appearance on the first episode of this series. So that's wonderful, Patrice. I'm glad you didn't say she taught you how to twerk. All right, Tisha. What is the one thing, or one of the most things that you're most proud of your life?
And I hate to say this because I'm not a very self-centered person. I'm proud of where I'm at because it's been really, really, really hard to get here. And it in no way was easy, but I mean, I just never stopped trying. So even hit with diversity or like health issues, and in no way am I done. I am not done. I still have a long way to go, but I'm here and I'm super proud of that.
Yeah. Shaking back, and we're going to get to that part of it as well. All right, Brandy. Okay, this is I'm gonna differentiate y'all. I'm gonna say Brandy for Brandy Fairfax, and I'm gonna say BG for Brandy Guyton. All
Got
right, so Brandy, what is a an accomplishment of yours that you're most proud of?
I'd say my biggest accomplishment so far for me is my new show. It's an online radio show. I call it Ball Talk with Brandy. I'd say that I'm 5 episodes in, but I say that is my most proud moment so far.
And oh, by the way, one thing that I hate about Brandy is the fact that she went and graduated from the Ohio State University. I
Folks.
I hate them. I don't know who. I don't know. Okay, I think I might loathe the Chiefs, and I might despise Ohio State.
That's coming back up at some point.
Yeah, it
Right.
is. It is. All right, BG, what you got?
Probably the thing I'm most proud of is my degree and getting into education. I'm the first and only in my immediate family to graduate from college. One of probably only about 3 or 4, maybe 5 grandkids in like my parents' family. So just, I'm just proud of that. Proud of, it took me my road to my degree was not easy because I quit going to school for a while and then went back when I was pregnant with the 3rd child and then got certified to teach, all the things. I'm just really proud of that I stuck with it. I did it. And now I'm year 16 in education. So
16. You know, a lot of that, especially I think with our generation, a lot of us are the first to do just that. When you talk about graduating from college, you know, it's prevalent, you know, a lot everywhere. And in today's world where it doesn't seem like a degree means that much,
right.
that's an extraordinary accomplishment and one that you should be very, very proud of. All right, let's stay with BG. Looking back over the past few years and the precedents that we have seen set by women, which one stands out to you the most?
Oh, I had several listed, but I think the one that I'll go with is just the poise and amazing, I don't know, just showing how educated she was through everything they went through, Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
I had some athletes I was thinking about. I had some others, but I'm going to go with that one because I feel like she, she's just the epitome of class and the way she handles herself. And I would never be able to do anything in that realm politically. And I feel like she just always seems to handle herself with style and grace and be professional. And that's amazing for somebody that's had the spotlight on you for a long time. So
yeah. And
I feel like I would just like to be a little bit like her.
well, I mean, she's obviously sets a standard, but she's just like other women. You know, well, I'm not gonna say that. I don't want to sound sexist, but what I will say is she had a bout with depression, a very well documented bout with depression, and was very forthright and outcoming with it. And I think that empowered not just women, but people in general, with her coming out and saying all of the struggles that she had.
I had
All
no
right,
idea. I'll have to read that now. It's in my Audible downloads. I bought it. I just haven't listened to it yet. Now I really need to listen to it because I can identify with that. So yeah.
Yep. All right, Brandy. Looking at the precedents, and I know your thing is sports, and I don't know if you're going to go there or not, but there have been a lot of precedents set by women in sports. But anything outside of that or inside of that, what's the which one do you stands out the most to you?
For me, I'm gonna stick with sports. I'd say last season during the NBA was the first time they had an all-woman broadcast as the analyst and the sideline reporter. So seeing things like that, seeing women being more involved in sports, I like seeing that.
And if I'm not mistaken, that was Cassidy Hubbard, Doris Burke.
Yep.
I want to say Malika Andrews.
Yeah, I believe it was them three.
Yeah, and then there was somebody else, but I can't remember who the fourth one was. All right, Tisha, same question for you, sissy.
Can I go more personal with it?
You can do whatever you want. This is what
All
we're here
right.
for.
So okay. So I have to say, it would be my sister. She
Mm,
is amazing and she's a fighter. She has had to, life hands you different cards sometimes and has been unfortunately left to deal with a lot of things on her own at the moment so that they can better their family. Um, she's had multiple brain surgeries, and one of those she actually had to go through alone. So for me, that was super uplifting. The fact that she was so strong and able to do that. And she's also helped me with my walk with the Lord. Every day she checks on me and makes sure that she sends me something, whether it's a sermon or a scripture or whatever. And that to me means a lot. And so I think she's basically superwoman.
That's awesome.
It is. It is
yeah,
awesome.
and
That's
and Tisha speaks very very highly of her sister. I don't know why she didn't ask her to come on to be a guest on the show. I don't know. I mean, we still got 4 dates left, but that's neither here nor there. Patrice.
Well, like I've said in the past, that I want to. A lot of women set precedents every day, and I think the women I'm here on the panel with, that you all spoke about different things that you guys are doing, and even your sister being an inspiration to you. That I think we all set precedents in our own lives, and I think that should be accounted for and celebrated.
I like that.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
to all of you guys,
Absolutely.
Love it.
yeah.
you need an applause button. Ba-doop.
Right?
It's funny that you say that.
That's for you guys.
Yay.
I promise that was not planned. Well, it was planned, but it wasn't supposed to go in right there. All right. So for the woman that set that precedent, or the one that you spoke of that you admired, right? Um, if you had a chance to have a conversation with them, how would that conversation sound, Patrice? Or you just kind of said it because you saluted the panel and you said all of you guys. Does that count for your answer to that part of the question?
Sure.
Oh, okay. All right, Tisha. What would that? Well, you've already said that too. So, okay, Brandy. What would that conversation sound like to Doris Burke and to Cassidy Hubbard and also Malika Andrews?
Yeah, definitely Malika Andrews is someone I look up to. She became the host of NBA Today throughout Corona when the NBA was in lockdown. But, just applauding them being, one of the best in the business and being able to do what they do is definitely inspiring to watch.
Yes, and Brandy, or I'm sorry, BG. Your conversation with Michelle Obama. How would that sound?
Well, now I would want to hear more about her bout with depression and however she handled that. And I guess I would just really want some tips on coming across as classy and elegant and put together as she is. So yeah, just maybe some pointers in being more professional that way. I mean, I like who I am and how I come across, but it's always nice to get those kind of pointers. I would probably ask how it was being a mom in the White House. That would be interesting to me and how she handled that. But yeah.
I think at the conclusion of the show, and when it is uploaded to Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes, Radiocast, and others, I think I'm gonna tag her. And hey, you know what? You got to try in order to have some success. The
Right.
reason why we have not is because we asked not. So I'm going to tag her just for you, BG. And
All
hey,
right.
let's see what happens.
Let's do it.
All right. So let's keep on going. What kind of advice? Yeah, this is Patrice, this is your favorite question. What kind of advice would your current self? I'm sorry, we're not gonna do that one. What kind of it? What would your past self if your past self could have a conversation with your present self, how would that talk sound?
If my past self can have a conversation with my present self, um, the conversation would be that of letting myself know that I'm gonna be okay and that everything's gonna work out for the greater good and to keep going.
Greater good. That is Romans 8:28. That says all things work out for the greater good, and you guys know the rest. So excellent. Tisha, your past why am I having so much difficulty reading these questions? Your past self having a conversation with your current self. How would that sound? What would you say to yourself?
Oh, here's one I struggle with. It would have a lot to do. I think honestly, I would just tell myself to have more confidence. Just have more self confidence in myself. That's something I've always struggled with. Uh, Other than that, I mean, just keep pushing on, keep going, don't stop, just keep going.
I have a quote for that. I have a quote for that. And this is what it says: do not allow your past circumstances to create your current environment, and use your current environment and improve that for a better future environment. Just like that.
I
Just
like
like
it.
that. It came to
That
me
is
just that
beautiful.
quickly. Thank you,
Nice.
thank you, Jesus. That's how he talks to me sometimes. Uh, Randy, as I won't say the freshman, but you know, being being is the fact that you're probably the youngest on this particular panel. I'm
Mhm.
really interested in what your past self would have to say to your current self.
I think the biggest thing, and I think I've like told myself this for the past couple of years now, is kind of just not to care what people think. I think, being a woman in sports is very hard. I remember like being in sports is something I wanted to do since I was about 12 years old, and I've known that. So growing up like in high school and like telling adults or elders older than me that I wanted to work in sports, a lot of times the response would be like, "Are you sure you want to do that? Like that's a hard field to get into. I don't think you should do that." So like hearing that when I was that young was very disencouraging. So I think just say like do what you want to do, like that you could do it and don't listen to them.
I have a quote for that.
Let me hear it.
I have a quote for that. The quote says, "Do not allow people to judge your story if they were not a part of writing your script."
I love that.
Okay. BG.
Probably kind of along the lines of everybody else. Just keep going. I would, just say that everything that has happened or is going to happen is a part of your story, and it's a part of either going to make you, better or worse. And so just to think about all the things that have happened over in my life and know that it's brought me to where I am today. And so, yeah, I would just say, I don't know, like, keep going. You're doing great. Thank you.
Yeah. I have a quote for that too. And this one says, your back and your past have two very distinct things in common. They are both behind you.
Try.
All right. Hmm. What is one thing on your bucket list, whether it's travel, whether it's whatever? Patrice, what is one thing on your bucket list that you want to accomplish before you actually do kick the bucket? And you know what's funny about that? Not funny as in ha ha, but funny as in like, Willie, you a big dummy. Um, I didn't realize that the bucket list involves kicking the bucket, but kicking the bucket means, before you die or when you die. So with that being said, I'm going to give myself this.
Big dummy. Oh no, you big dummy. You dummy.
Yeah. So, Patrice, what's the one thing on your bucket list that you would like to accomplish?
Well, I was thinking about that, and I have a lot of things that I would love to accomplish before I kick the bucket. And but I'll say a fun one. I like to travel, and I think one thing on my bucket list is to stay in a tree house. Um, you like a nice tree house. To stay in a tree house in the jungle.
What?
While twerking.
Oh God. Oh my gosh. The opinions expressed by Patrice Epting are hers or hers alone and do not reflect the values of those of the Shake Back Media Group. All right, Tisha.
Sounds like a really good time.
Okay. That's something else that I've learned today. I didn't even know that. We gotta have a conversation when we get off the air because I can think of some jungles that we can go to. All right, Tisha. One thing on your bucket list that you want to accomplish.
I have something silly and I'm going to bring it back to my bougie cats. So, my cats come from a place that is called the Isle of Man, and it's just literally an island, and I really hope that one day before I go I can make it there and visit it. It's a very eclectic and very peaceful place, and I think it's on the top of my list, so I'm going hopefully soon.
Well, you cannot drive that Mustang that has what 200 or 460 horses. You cannot drive that over there. Okay, so
No,
you're gonna
the
either have to go.
5.0, no way.
Yeah, it's either gonna be by plane or by ship now. So don't be trying to drive over there. All right, uh, Brandy, give
I'd
us.
say my big bucket list is to one day be on a big network like ESPN, Fox, TNT, talking sports.
Mm-mm. No, I got to stop you there because ESPN, TNT,
Mhm.
Fox, they all have letters. So does the SBMG. We are letters too, and we are going to be that big network one day. So you'll be able to say, I was already on a big network
There you
talking
go.
sports. Okay, I guess that's my bucket list. All right, BG, one
Um,
item,
to visit Greece. I want to go to Greece.
Greece.
Hmm.
Not the
Particularly Santorini, you
what
know,
is it about Greece that makes you want to go there?
on the water. I mean, the pictures. Have you seen the pictures of the water and how it looks? I mean, come on.
Don't swimming pools look like that? No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
No, they don't.
All right. So we're getting close to the end of the show already. I need you guys to put your heart and soul into this one because I want some authenticity here, and I want some candidness, and I want 100% real. BG, let's go to you. One significant life event that you've had to shake back from.
Ooh. Um, hmm. Probably I'll go with. Sorry, I know we've already supposed to have been thinking about this, and I
It's
have
okay.
been, but what I guess the one I'll share is just as I said earlier, I quit going to school. I didn't finish my school right away, like in 4 years. Um, got pregnant, got married, um, and then finally with the third child on the way, working full-time job, driving an hour back and forth, finished and got my degree and went back and got certified to teach. So I would say that that was just a big thing that I had to shake back from. Like, I knew that I wanted my degree. I just put it off because I got married, I got pregnant, and then child number two, and then I'm pregnant with child number three. And it's also one of my biggest accomplishments, and that I tell my own children and anybody, like, if I can do it with two kids at home and pregnant and working full time and driving an hour back and forth, an hour there, an hour back, to class, couple nights a week. I don't remember now how many nights, but it was a lot. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. So I would say that was a big shake back moment, and one that I'm very proud of, and one that happy to still be in education, using my degree and using my certification in education. So there.
There you have it. And that is the reason why God gave me this vision in terms of doing the, Brandy was on the show last year when we did this, and of course Patrice was, and we only did one show. But I wanted to have an extended edition this year so we can make sure that we get all of the stories in for people to do just that, to understand that you can do it. Brandy Fairfax, give us one. Give us one
Oh,
personal her story,
mhm.
significant life event that you've had to shake back from.
So I'd say back in 2020, I was in my senior year at Ohio State, and spring break was coming up. But after spring break, I was supposed to start sideline reporting for the Ohio State basketball and baseball teams. And on spring break, I went to Florida with all my friends. And when we were there in Florida was when we got all the emails that COVID was coming and that school would be online for the rest of the semester. And then I think it was the next day was when we got, the emails that all the sports would be shut down as well. So that was, a big moment because I felt like at the time I was the intern for Big Ten and I was supposed to be the sideline reporter. So that was like my biggest opportunity. And then COVID kind of just took it all apart.
Yeah, freaking COVID, man. Um, I hate COVID. I went so long without catching it. My wife had it twice, or actually three times. I didn't get it. Our daughter had it once. As a matter of fact, they had it at the same time, and I didn't get it. And then we go to Turkey last year, and guess what happened? I got it. All right, Tisha, come on with it. Give everybody out there that's watching and will be listening, um, personal her story, significant life event.
I guess we can. I guess just following on the COVID issue, I've had it 5 times. So as somebody with a lot of autoimmune disorders, it's it's been really really hard. But it's caused me a lot of side effects and things that are still just it never. It's like the gift you never wanted that keeps on giving. But I'm still here and I'm still going. It's hard, but that yeah.
And Tisha, um, Tisha's a very strong woman, and she disappears at times, and I have to be like, "Yo, where are you? Where are you?" I think she understands that her purpose is bigger than she is, and that is what's going to keep her going. All right, my honey, and don't you dare say, no, I'm not gonna say that. All right, your personal her story, one significant event that you've had to shake back from.
Okay. Well, you said personal shake back story and my personal, and I've been revealing a lot of things tonight. So why
I'll
not?
say,
Why not keep going? So, as a woman, as a woman, there's a lot of things that we're ashamed about or try to keep secret. My belief, and I used to believe that as a younger female, a young woman, and I didn't want people to know certain things. But as I've gotten older, that I know that as long as you keep hold those things in, you're holding yourself hostage. And so I'm no longer ashamed to say that what was my shakeback story. As a young woman, I was married previously, and I was married to someone that was abusive. And in that, I had to protect myself, throughout our marriage, and and
hmm,
I went to jail as a um I went to jail, and I I stayed in jail for 2 days. And I was so embarrassed. I was a young teacher, and it was back then it was in the newspaper.
Mm,
And I was mortified,
mm-mm.
right? And I thought, "Oh my god, I'm going to have to quit my job." Because I was so embarrassed. And you know how certain things can happen. It can send you under and make you hide. And, I was upfront with my supervisor at the time and how God had it where my supervisor at the time was Dr. Green. And Dr. Green told me, things happen. That's your business. I'm not worried about it. You're an awesome teacher. No worries. When you get out, that's the funny part. When you get out, your job is still waiting for you. And I was a teacher of young kids, but you know, because of the situation, I had to shake back from my own personal embarrassment and my own personal fears of how people would perceive me. And today, things happen. A woman has to be strong. A woman has to do what she has to do. And I'm not embarrassed by it anymore. I was in jail. They served Kool-Aid and pot pies, and I wore orange. And, it is what it is. But, everything worked out for the greater good, like I said earlier. But I had to shake back from my own embarrassment. I had to shake back from feeling like I wasn't enough. I had to shake back from what happened to me. And in life, we have to shake back from a lot of things. We just have to look forward, keep going, and keep walking.
Very good. And although everything that you guys have shared, they all have happened for a reason during a particular season. And I am a big believer of predestination. I believe that had all those things that y'all talked about not happened to you, we would not be having this conversation right now. So thank you for your candidness and your authenticity and your heart. I have a quote for that one too, babe. It goes a little something like this. Even though we may be faced with trouble on every side, let us walk in natural silence while we shout supernaturally until our walls come crumbling down.
That's great. And thank you for your quotes all night. They're very
I second. Yes, for sure.
So yeah, I just want to thank you guys for that. All right, so one word of encouragement for not just the panel, or I should say not just for the people watching and will be listening, but for the panel as well. I mean, encourage yourselves. Like David said, I encouraged myself in the Lord. Patrice, one encouraging word for the panel and the audience.
Here's my encouraging word. A woman can be two things. Who she wants to be and what she wants to be is her choice.
Oof. That's a quote in itself. Can I put that in the book?
If you put her name by it.
Yeah, of course. Yes. Her name is already on it. Her name is already on the book.
But by that quote, Willie,
yes.
I'm holding you to it.
Yes. It'll be in volume 2. Okay. All right, Tisha, one word of encouragement to the panel and to the audience.
I honestly can't follow that up. I mean, that was absolutely beautiful. And just thank you. Thank you so much for that. That was great. I needed it. I'm sure we all needed it. Thank you.
Oh, she doesn't know how to do the hard thing, guys.
I can't do it. No, I can't. Like physically, I'm not able to.
Yeah. All right, Brandy, one word of encouragement for the panel and for the audience.
I'd say, one of my favorite quotes by Kevin Durant is he says, "You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take."
Keep shooting.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what the ball is, no matter what the hoop is, whatever your basketball of life is, whether you're a minister or whether you're a business owner, keep on shooting the ball. All right, BG, let's round it up with you. One word of encouragement for the panel and the audience.
Mine would just be to keep going, believe in yourself, and just keep going.
Yes, and I actually have a quote for that, but I'm not going to say it at this time. All right, plug your business, your side hustle, any projects, anything you have going on, etc. BG.
I just started an Etsy shop. It's called Teed by Brandy. So t-shirts, obviously the first ones on there are just something that um, I found a girl to do the graphics. So it's for Jalen. It doesn't specifically say Chargers. It has Guyton. It has him, a picture of him. And because we're not sure where he's going to play yet, I felt like it was, excuse me, I felt like it was kind of just an ode to people who've been supporting him forever. And if they wanted to just continue that. So anyway, I have an Etsy shop, Twitter, Instagram, our Bottle Blonde BG, and then I'm just Brandy Guyton on Facebook.
And the Etsy information, is there a website?
I need to link it to my Instagram, so I will do that tonight.
Okay.
Yes,
could you spell that for me?
there is a link. I'm sorry?
Could you spell the Etsy shop for me? I couldn't tell if it was like T or B.
Teed, Teed by Brandy. Brandy with two E's. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Brandy. Fairfax. Side business, hustle, panel, or I'm sorry, projects or anything you have going on.
Let's see. So I have my own show on a Roku platform. It's Sparks TV. I have my own show, Let's Talk Playmakers, on there. And then Mondays and Thursdays, I talk on WNRV1081.com. Mondays, I have my Ball Talk show from 5 to 6. And then Thursdays, I do a music show where we talk to different music artists from Cleveland.
Cleveland is the city where we come from, so run. All right, Tisha, you got the floor.
I'm literally on Twitter just at here for football KC. That's it. That's me. Also, I don't know. Maybe I'm on your stuff a little bit. Shake Back Media Group. Hello.
You do have your own show there too, but you don't like to own it for whatever reason. Yeah. Okay. All right, babe. I'm gonna call you babe at the end of the show.
Okay, I am Patrice Epting. I have a show coming out called Don't Jump, the podcast. You can find it me on Instagram. It's Don't Jump _ the podcast. And then I also help to produce a book that you should be talking about that's coming out soon. And I'll let you do the introductions of that.
Okay. Yes, I do have a book coming out, and I'm trying to reach it and knock everything over at the same time. The book is called, I don't know if you guys can see this.
No. Oh, yeah. A little bit.
Just read it.
It's called Shake Back, Transform. Life Lessons, a book of inspirational quotes. It will be out very, very soon. I'm going through the editing process. Patrice is the designer and the editor. She put a lot of work into it. It's going to be volume 1. I got enough quotes probably for three books. So those quotes that I read or that I said earlier are all in there. So I gave y'all some quotes for free. So
that's my life. I hear these all the time.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm really sorry.
Wow.
I told them, put it on paper. Put it on paper.
And since Brandy didn't plug herself properly, BG, she's the star of Real Moms of the Shield. We just finished our first season. We actually have a new mom that's going to be coming aboard. I need to talk to you about that, Brandy.
Okay.
So yeah, we have a new mom that's going to be coming aboard. We look, that show is phenomenal. They peel the curtain back, kind of let you see what's going on behind the scenes in terms of what their sons go through on a weekly basis, and then even during the off season, and how they have to encourage and do everything in terms of making sure that their boys are good to go from a mental standpoint and even from a physical standpoint in some areas. All right.
I also have Moms of the NFL Instagram. I forgot to plug that one as well. I just started it. I would love for you to come and follow. So
yeah, and that page is filled with a lot of information, filled with a lot of love. She's very spiritual on that page as well. So it is definitely something that you guys need to follow. All right. That's gonna do it for this episode number 3, as we celebrate Women's History Month. For Patrice Epting, for Tisha C, for Brandy Fairfax, for BG Brandy Guyton. LL, what up? This is Willie Epting's Things. Y'all stay safe. Y'all hug each other. Y'all love each other. And I promise it'll be all right. We'll holler at y'all again real soon. Peace. We out.